Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of the channel, and not forgetting the most important people of the channel. Well, me, and clearly my members of the channel, and my subscribers. You all add value, of course you do, and I want to thank you for all your support. I'm going to be doing a video probably at the end of next week. The end of next week? The end of next week's what? Well, this is Monday. By this time next week, there'll be another video up which is going to allude to a lot of issues, and you're going to love it. In between now and then, I've got a lot of things to do, and I'm putting a lot of things to bed. Next year I'm 50. I am 50 next April, and I'm like, wow, 50 next April. So before then, I want to nail down a few things. I spent the last couple of years fighting off shitty allegations and winning every one of them, but they've all come from the same sort of area, these allegations, and I am winning in that retrospect as well. Now, there's one thing that I've learned over the years is because I know I've got permanent neurological brain damage, having been thrown around in different theatres, and when I say different theatres, I'm in operations abroad. I know that I've got post-traumatic stress disorder, complex PTSD, and I deal with it. I have my own way of dealing with it, and the way I deal with it is this: delete, block, negativity. I shouldn't have to say that or keep saying that, but I delete and block negativity, and I keep moving forward. Now, to those of you out there, including YouTubers, if you're sending me negative things, and I've told you not to, whether I've known you 6 days, 6 months, or 6 years, I block you, I delete you, I forget about you. If I'm telling you repeatedly not to send me stuff and you're doing it, I'm getting rid of you. If you're a YouTuber and you think it's smart to send me a shitty message because I have reacted to someone sending me shitty messages, then I've got rid of you as well. The circle I have around me now, truthfully, consists, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's only, I would say there's 5, no more than 5, probably less than 5, other YouTube creators that I actually enjoy listening to now. The rest of them I just think are clickbait and shit. And whether you like that or not, I don't care. If it offends you, be offended. I've reached a stage in my life now where I just need to keep moving forward. And I thank you for your support. I mean, we all like to get nice messages. Of course we do. Of course we do. To Chrissy, thank you for your mobile number. That has now been passed on to Ellie here, Hearing Company. And the lady in there that I've been speaking to will now be able to send you, the way she said it to me was she needed a mobile number for the shipment. There we go. So that's now hopefully on its way to you this week, and let me know when you get it. I look forward to hearing, that's a good idea. I look forward to hearing how you get on with the hearing aid. There we go. Craziness, isn't it? I mean, the messages coming in, I mean, some of the messages coming in, I just think are just people just giving you clickbait to see how you react to it, and I won't react to that nonsense. I don't believe half the stuff that I'm told anyway, if I'm honest, unless it comes from a reliable source, like us all. What have I got here? Conservative. The Tory Party, which are now in the dust, they're in the dust, they're done with. Well, the guy who wants to become leader, Robert Jenrick, I think it's Robert Jenrick. What's he done? Robert Jenrick has come out with a statement. I tend to agree with him to a certain degree, but it's how he's worded it. He's saying he wishes that Britain's former colonies would just be thankful, rather than just complain about they want money for this and money for that and reparations. He said they should just be thankful to us for bringing them out of the darkness and the primitive lifestyle that they once had. And you know what? To a fair point, I tend to agree with him for a lot of that, not all of it. But there we go. Yeah. Of course we colonized places. Of course we did. Do you know what? Life, here's a phrase in life. Life is dog eat dog. The strongest survive, the weak don't. That's how it's always been in every culture, in armies, in fights, in sport, in dancing. The strongest survive, the weak don't. Just because you're weak does not mean that you need to be owed stuff. We're all born differently. We are. And that's just it is. Dog eat dog, isn't it? At the start of the century. If we go back to the very start, Adam and Eve, There's no one, allegedly, there's no one else on the world. So does that mean that the world, if we can find ancestors of Adam and Eve and we get it all the way back, does that mean that they own the globe? Yeah, I mean, that's stupidity, but I'm just saying that's the stupidity which is going in today. Craziness, isn't it? And for those of you that have bought Oasis tickets, stand by. The Oasis brothers have just cancelled over 50,000 tickets. And I'll tell you why. They've sat back and they've watched how different ticket agencies have exploited members of the public. And there's a terms and conditions on the ticket, which people that sell tickets on don't realise. If the ticket says, I'm just going to say this, if the ticket says £35 on it, and you've paid £80 or £90, then the ticket is void. Because there is a part of the terms and conditions is it must be for the retail price, and if it's sold at another price, it makes the ticket void under the terms and conditions. So all these people trying to buy tickets and sell them out for thousands, the tickets are void. So Oasis have said, if you're not buying the tickets at the retail price, then the ticket is void. Isn't that a fun? Well done to the Oasis brothers. There we go. And for the 50,000 people that bought the tickets, maybe that were sold on, they are allowed a refund. There we go. Craziness, isn't it? Yeah. So if you have bought a ticket from some ticket sales online for £150, you can now have your money refunded. Well done. Well done. I think it's a great idea, but there we go. And by the way, the MP, the Labour MP who's now suspended, who beat up a constituent at 2:15 in the morning when he was pissed, it's alleged that the argument broke out because of winter fuel allowance and the way his party's treating pensioners. And he didn't like being abused about it. So he snapped. And I've seen the video footage where he just, as they're arguing, he just jumps and smacks the constituent in the head. The constituent falls down and then he starts punching the constituent. Isn't that, well, shocking actually. He's been suspended, but the truth is he should have been sacked, not suspended. There we go. He's now playing the victim. Well, he was calling me names. You're in a pub at 2:15 in the morning. Try being in a pub at 2:15 in the morning, maybe in Belfast or Captain Garrison where all the soldiers are fighting. I mean, yeah. Cowardly man hit the guy without him knowing, if you know what I mean. Just while they were chatting, he just threw a punch at the side of the guy's head. It was a shocking display. There we go. He should be sacked. And rightly so for that man to argue with him about winter fuel allowance. Rightly so. This is how angry everyone is. That man argued with him. He was arguing on behalf of millions of pensioners who would have done the same. There we go. Oh, by the way, the Israel Prime Minister has banned a United Nations refugee agency from giving aid to Palestinians in Gaza. He's banned them. Now, it sounds awful that he's banned them. That sounds terrible. However, it's now come to light that this UN refugee agency is not just supplying aid to Palestinians in Gaza, but it's actively supporting the Hamas terrorist organization. That's why the Israeli Prime Minister has banned it. Now they're all up in arms because there's no other UN agency that is willing to go in and do that type of work. This is what happens when you side with evil. You get treated like evil. It's sad. Well, I think many of us in circles have known for years that part of the United Nations is a little bit corrupt. Not all of it, but part of it has been. And the Israeli Prime Minister has called them out on it. And do you know what? Rightly so for him. There we go. It's not fair, though, that ordinary civilians are going to suffer. But ordinary civilians are suffering because of the Hamas terrorist organization that are carrying out such actions. Sad, but true. And by the way, that's German, Volkswagen, for the first time in the history of Volkswagen, which are a German car manufacturer, have decided to shut down 3 of its plants in Germany and put thousands of Germans unemployed. you want to know why that is? Because a lot of people now are turning to a South Korean car manufacturer called Kia. Now, the Germans, for some reason, are blaming China, cheap car manufacturing from China. That's what they're saying. It's because of cheap car manufacturing from China, we're having to shut our plants. I think that's how the guy said it. But it's not, is it? They're using China as a smokescreen. South Korea car manufacturer Kia produce wonderful vehicles. They are, in my opinion, better than Volkswagen. And they can't deal with the competition. Simple. How about, rather than put thousands of workers unemployed, why not just lower your prices? If you can't beat the car company, lower your prices so people can buy them. Don't shut your plants. The reason why you're shutting your plants is greed. None other than greed. You're already making like a 70% profit on each vehicle you sell. Why not take it down to a 50% profit and drop 20% off the price of your cars? You'll still sell them. Maybe I should be in charge of investments. There we go. Yeah. And Donald Trump's son, Eric, has hit out at the UK Prime Minister and has said the UK Prime Minister is damaging. He is poisoning future relationship between the UK and the US. If ex-President Donald Trump gets re-elected, there will be cold shoulders and friction between the UK and US as far as trade is concerned. Keir Starmer is an issue in the UK. He's an issue, a massive issue. He's causing friction. In my opinion, he's already shown his hand to be anti-British. He has. The decisions he's making go against the British public, don't they? I mean, where else? I said it the other day. Letting out evil people back onto the streets to free up cells to lock up people that disagree with you. Shocking, I think. Yes. And then it brings me to this little point. Listen to this. Listen to this. It's alleged, I must say that. Always have to cover your ass. It's alleged that Meghan Markle is trying to get her PR team to find endorsements for her. No one is reaching out to her anymore. Nobody is reaching out to her to say, we'd like you to attend this, we'd like you to do that. No. It's been quite frosty. They're blowing dust off the laptop. No emails coming in. Yeah, it must be shocking that whenever you have portrayed yourself for so long as a victim of circumstances, the most bullied person, the most hated, whenever you're even telling young girls, well, I'm more bullied than you. Pathetic. Listen, Markle, the way you have treated the British royal family and the British people has been despicable, and it will never, ever be forgiven. Maybe this is why no designer brands, no brands want to be associated with you. Maybe change your attitude. And maybe it may help. Why don't you see this here? Why don't you break silence? Why don't you issue an apology to the British royal family for your disgusting behaviour? And then it may be accepted, it may not be. But it's a start. If you want to get brands and you want to be back up to where you used to be before you met Harry, which was as a cable TV star actress, then maybe you need to start taking some accountability. Just it. Maybe that's why your husband has got offside. Maybe he wants to go and try and rebuild his own reputation. Doesn't take the brains of an archbishop to work this out. Anyway, listen, people, thank you for all your support. Thanks for sticking with me. Keep leaving your reviews on Amazon for First Into Science and Exploitation. I look forward to reading them. Have a wonderful day, and remember, stay safe. Keep your friends close. Those that offer negative and those that offer things which may get in your head, delete them and block them, regardless who they are. That's how you move forward with your mental health. Have a great day.